I kept a diary. Not a diary of daily events or teenage angst. This was a book of whispers, bound in worn leather, filled with symbols and strange instructions. I called it the Book of Rituals.
Each page, filled with Arun's cramped handwriting, detailed ceremonies and rituals, dictated, he claimed, by spirits only he could hear. Arun guarded the book fiercely. It was his secret, his burden, his path to something he couldn't quite explain, but referred to as transcendence. He believed the rituals were the key, each one bringing him closer to a higher plane. He spoke of it with a chilling certainty that sent shivers down his sister Shalini's spine. Shalini, initially skeptical, found herself drawn in by Arun's unwavering conviction. He possessed a strange calmness, a serenity that belied the unsettling nature of his claims. His eyes, once filled with the exuberance of youth, now held a depth, a knowing that both fascinated and frightened her.
One evening he showed me the book. The symbols seemed to writhe on the aged parchment, and the ink, a shade of crimson that seemed almost unnatural, pulsed with a life of its own. I felt a chill, a prickling at the base of my neck, as if unseen eyes were watching. Yet I stayed. Arun's quiet confidence, his unwavering belief, was infectious.
It started small, meditations at dawn, chanting in hushed tones, blindfolded exercises in the dead of night. Arun, following the instructions in the book with unwavering devotion, led the rituals with an unnerving grace. He spoke of cleansing, of preparation, of opening oneself to a power beyond human comprehension.
We must cleanse ourselves, prepare, open to a power beyond human comprehension.
Their parents, initially wary, found themselves drawn into the strange routines. The atmosphere in the house shifted. Whispers seemed to linger in the air. Shadows danced in the corners, and the scent of incense, heavy and cloying, permeated everything.
The atmosphere in the house shifted. Whispers seemed to linger in the air. Shadows danced in the corners, and the scent of incense, heavy and cloying, permeated everything.
Years ago, Arun had suffered a terrible fall, a head injury, the doctors had said. A miracle he survived. But he was never the same. He became withdrawn, quiet. Then the voices started. Whispers at first, faint and indistinct, growing louder, more insistent with each passing day. He told no one about the voices, fearing disbelief, pity. Then, one night, the book appeared, left on his pillow as if placed by an unseen hand. It was filled with strange symbols, cryptic instructions, and promises of power, promises whispered by the voices in his head. Shalini stumbled upon the entry by accident. A date circled in red, the ink a shade darker, more vibrant than the rest. Below it, a single word, chilling in its simplicity, transcendence. The ritual described was elaborate, involving chanting, incense, and a circle inscribed with 11 dots, 11.
When questioned, Arun dismissed her concerns. It was symbolic, he insisted, a metaphor. But his eyes, usually so calm, flickered with something else. Fear? Excitement? Shalini couldn't be sure.
The neighbor complained about the noises, chanting late at night, a rhythmic thumping that seemed to vibrate through the walls. He had seen strange shadows moving in the windows, heard whispers, like prayers to a forgotten god. He called it unsettling, unnatural.
Arun brushed off the complaints. Ignorance, he called it, fear of the unknown. But the complaints continued, escalating, fueled by the strange occurrences that seemed to plague their once ordinary home.
The night of the circled date arrived cloaked in an unnatural stillness. The air hung heavy, thick with anticipation. Arun, dressed in white, moved with a practiced grace, his eyes glowing with an eerie light. He drew a circle on the floor, the red ink shimmering under the single flickering bulb.
Shalini watched, a knot of dread twisting in her stomach.
Arun dipped the brush in the ink, his hand steady, and marked a dot on the circle. 1, he marked another. 2, he continued, his voice a low whisper as he counted each dot. 3, 4, 5. The air crackled with unseen energy. He reached 11.
Soon, he whispered, his voice barely audible yet filled with a chilling certainty. Soon.